Slide 1. Title: Welcome. In this chapter, we are going to learn about light and the different sources of light. Light plays a very important role in our lives because it allows us to see the world around us. Without light, everything would appear completely dark. In this lesson, we will understand what light is, where it comes from, and how objects are classified based on their ability to produce light. Slide 2. What is light? Light is a form of energy that makes objects visible to us. Our eyes cannot see anything unless light from an object reaches them. Light travels extremely fast and spreads in all directions from its source. Many natural and artificial objects around us produce light, which helps us see clearly. Slide 3. How light travels. One interesting property of light is that it can travel through many different materials. It can pass through air, water, and even transparent materials like glass. Even more fascinating is that light can travel through empty space, where there is no air at all. Slide 4. Sunlight. Reaching Earth. The sun is the main source of light for our planet. The light from the sun travels millions of kilometers through space before reaching Earth. Space contains almost no air, so it is close to a vacuum. This shows that light does not require a medium to travel and can move through completely empty space. Slide 5. What is a source of light? Any object that produces its own light is called a source of light. These objects send out light that spreads in different directions. The sun is the biggest natural source of light for Earth, but many other objects can also produce light. Slide 6. Types of light sources. Sources of light can be grouped into two main categories. Some sources occur naturally in nature, while others are made by humans. These are called natural sources of light and artificial sources of light. Slide 7. Natural sources of light. Natural sources of light are those that exist on their own in nature. They are not created or controlled by humans. These sources have existed for millions of years and play an important role in maintaining life on Earth. Slide 8. Examples of natural sources. The sun is the most important natural source of light for our planet. Apart from the sun, there are many other stars in space that produce their own light. Lightning during thunderstorms also produces bright flashes of light. Sometimes natural fires caused by lightning can also act as sources of light. Slide 9. Artificial sources of light. Artificial sources of light are made by humans. These sources are designed to produce light whenever we need it. They are especially useful during the night or in places where natural sunlight cannot reach. Slide 10. Examples of artificial sources. There are many examples of artificial light sources around us. Electric bulbs are used in homes and buildings to provide light. Fluorescent tubes are commonly used in schools and offices. Candles and lamps are also used when electricity is not available. Slide 11. Importance of artificial lighting. Artificial lighting allows people to continue their activities even after sunset. It helps us work, study, travel, and stay safe at night. Cities, homes, and workplaces all depend on artificial lighting to function properly. Slide 12. Luminous objects. Objects that produce their own light are called luminous objects. These objects act as sources of light. Because they emit light by themselves, they can be seen even in complete darkness. Slide 13. Examples of luminous objects. There are many examples of luminous objects. The sun and stars naturally produce light. Lightning also emits bright light during storms. Artificial objects like electric bulbs and candles also produce light when they are switched on or lit. Slide 14. Non-luminous objects. Not all objects produce light. Many objects around us do not emit their own light and are called non-luminous objects. These objects cannot shine by themselves. Slide 15. Examples of non-luminous objects. Objects such as chairs, books, trees, and pens are non-luminous. Even though they do not produce light, we are still able to see them during the day or when a light source is nearby. Slide 16. Why we can see. Non-luminous. Objects. Non-luminous objects become visible because light from a luminous source falls on them. This light then reflects from the surface of the object and travels to our eyes. Our eyes detect this reflected light, allowing us to see the object. Example: heated metals. For example, metals usually do not give out light. However, when metals are heated strongly, they become red hot and begin to glow. At this stage, they start emitting light. Slide 19. Change in properties. This shows that the properties of some materials can change under certain conditions. A non-luminous object can become luminous if its temperature becomes high enough. Slide 20. Conclusion. To summarize, light is a form of energy that helps us see the world around us. Sources of light can be natural or artificial. Objects can also be classified as luminous or non-luminous, depending on whether they produce their own light. Understanding these basic ideas helps us learn more about how light behaves in our environment.